Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Q8 Pilot stream. It is 2100 hours local time, 1800 hours Zulu. I want to welcome all of you guys in chat. James, Stan, Boeing Corp Mike, Mats Franson, Alex, Perfect Combination, Hello Person, Danny Robol, and welcome everyone to this live stream. And today we are going to be flying no other than the Flight Factor A350. The only decent A350 available for flight simulation today. And I'm quite excited. Niels, Carl Childers, welcome aboard, guys. The sun in the night, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us during this live stream. First order of business today, I want to congratulate our fellow content creator, It's Chewy, for being an official partner with Microsoft Flight Simulator as their European community manager. Congratulations, Matt. All the best to you and the guys over at Microsoft on this partnership. I'm sure that you will do well, and we hope to see more successes for you in the flight simulation genre. Next, we are going to... Hello there, Fredel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Camille, welcome, my friend. All right, so today, looks like a lot of you guys have opted for the A350. A little bit of changes today. I felt brave today, so I've added Sim Heaven scenery to explain. And what Sim Heaven essentially does, it uses OSM, OpenStreetMaps, to recreate the world the way it should be. So you've got the proper placement of trees and streets and what have you. We are also using Active Sky today for this flight. And we are going to be flying today from Hamburg to Brussels in Belgium. Quick note on our flight today. We are going to be departing runway 23. No, I think we are going... Let me just get this from SimBrief real quick. It's still showing... It should be runway 33. But 23 isn't bad at all. That's okay. We can go to 23. All right, so we are going to do runway 2... Wait... runway 23 through the Western 3 Bravo departure, and we are going to be arriving into Brussels runway 25 right through the Woody 7 Alpha arrival. Hello there, we have with us Air Kirbers. Hello, my friend, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. And yeah, so today, what I like about this A350 is, considering the fact that you know, that this aircraft is quite dated, it actually is quite advanced in terms of the system simulation. Now, the cockpit has been slightly improved. I know things look a little funny here. I'm not sure why. But yeah, this aircraft without a doubt has received several updates, which makes it enjoyable, I have to say, but it still needs a lot of work. But let's go ahead and fire it up. First, let me just show you the outside here. As you can see, I think Flight Factor has really, you know, done a good job with modeling the aircraft. I think it does look very, very good in terms of the 3D modeling, especially the exterior model. I think looks pretty good. Some really nice details, some very crisp texturing, and overall enjoyable aircraft. We are using, by the way, the BSS sound pack, or the Mango Studio sound pack today, so expect some very nice engine sounds on departure. The aircraft operates in a lot of ways like an Airbus, but there are a number of differences in the A350. So let's go ahead and get things started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to come here to the overhead panel, and we're going to turn on emergency battery 2. And basically, what you need to do on an Airbus is the no white philosophy. So anything that's got a white light, you need to turn that off. So we're going to turn all the white lights off here. Packs, engine bleeds, hot air, all of that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and set these now. All right, and we're going to set this to auto. And we're going to come down here to cabin pressure. We're going to set those to auto. And cruise supply can go on. Everything here is good. We're going to move up here. We're going to set our ADDONS to nav mode. And we're going to turn on all the switches here. Let's go ahead and fire up the APU. APU master switch is on. We're going to go ahead and turn on the pumps. Again, I'm not following any procedure here. Just, you know, just kind of doing my own flow. And there is a lot of buttons to click on this A350. But if you follow what I do, you should be able to operate the aircraft in the sim. Let's turn on the nav lights on. And we'll just go ahead and wait for the APU to start. One of the nice things I like, I mean, it's got a really nice cockpit. As you can see, the displays are quite crisp. And it's got a lot of details. It's got SimBrief integration. So overall, the aircraft is considered to be an advanced aircraft. And at least for the day when this aircraft was released, it was definitely one of the very best add-ons available for flight sim. Hello there, Jack. Welcome, my friend. MC Crewfish, welcome aboard. Brian Harris, welcome. IFR Captain, glad to have you here with us this evening. All right, so available. We're going to turn on the APU bleed. APU gen is on. And now we have the APU available with conditioned air being supplied to the cabin. All right, perfect. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here to the central pedestal. We're going to turn on the weather system and the transponder systems. And now we have everything here set up. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and lock the cockpit door. And now we can start setting up the FMS. All right, so we're going to bring this up here, and I'm going to make this a little bigger so you guys can follow along with me. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the serve here. We're going to go to the controls. We're going to turn on, we're going to put the transponder on auto, and the TCAS can remain on standby, normal TCAS. We're going to turn on the weather system, as well as the GWS and the terrain systems as well. So all the systems are now on. Excellent. And we can now go to FMS. Now, with the FMS, we have a SimBrief plan, and there is SimBrief integration. If you want to add SimBrief integration, all you need to do is come to the EFB and enter your SimBrief ID here, and that you'll be able to fetch the flight plan from SimBrief. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go to company flight plan request. It says flight plan data link in progress, and then should bring up all the information to us here. And as you can see now, we have EDDH, we have the Brussels 2630 from Hamburg to Brussels. And we have flight level set to 36,000 feet with a cost index of 68 and everything else here. All right, so if we go to the RS, we're going to say align RS on GPS position. That's perfectly okay. It's just in the interest of time. All right, now we're going to select our departure and arrival. For this, we're going to come here to our SimBrief plan. We'll leave this here so we can take a look at our departure and arrival. So this is the departure, and we're going to select runway 23. And the SID is going to be the Whiskey Sierra November 3 Bravo, which is this one down here. There is no transition, and temp insert, and now we have the departure runway. Hey, welcome to Private Pilot Air Kerberos 001. Thank you very much, sir, for your support. I appreciate it. Crystal, welcome aboard. Crystal is asking, is the A350 worth it? Let's wait till the end of the flight, shall we? I've had some issues, by the way, with it. Some CTDs and things like that. Big Bird for short flight. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again very much, Air Kerberos 001, for your support. I appreciate it. All right, now we're going to go to the arrival. So we can simply go to the destination, which is Brussels. We're going to select the arrival. And we're going to select the arrival runway, which is runway 25 right. Right here. The approach is the ILS 25 right Zulu via the Alpha November Tango. And the star is the Woody 7A. So we're going to scroll down. Woody 7A is selected. No transition. And we're going to insert the flight plan. Let's make sure there are no discontinuities in our flight plan. And everything here looks good to me. Excellent. And we can also switch this to flight plan and take a look at our flight plan. Let's make this a little bigger here. So there we go. And now we can, that's ANT, and that's the transition into the arrival. And that's the arrival. This is the center fix, the final fix for runway 25 right. Straightforward approach today for the flight. Okay, now we're going to go to the init page once more. Let's put this on ARC. And we are going to go to departures done, nav IDs done, fuel and load. Now, we have the information here, so we want to go to the EFB so that we do not get a warning of imbalanced fuel. And we're going to match whatever we see here to the best of our ability. So I'm going to come here and we're going to pop this out again so you guys can follow along. We'll make this a little bigger. And we're going to go to ground services, door and hatches, load config is set. And then we're going to go to ground equipment, auto config. Then we're going to come to airplane. We're going to go to the cabin. We're going to turn the lights on. All right, perfect. And then we can go to the passengers. Now, we have about zero fuel weight is 169.5. So if we put, that's about right. So 170.5. And we're going to say implement. Full fuel, not passenger car. All right. So we're going to go to the fuel. And for the fuel, if we say middle, light is how much fuel is in there? About 14,000. And we need, for our flight today, 12.3. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to remove 9,000. We're going to put 9,000 here. That takes you to 13. And we'll change this to 1,500. Let's change this to 1,000. There we go, 12.5, 12.3. That's close enough. And we're going to say implement. And now the plane is loaded and everything is ready to go. Excellent. All right. Last but not least, we're going to come to the performance calculator. And we're going to select the runway slope to be 0.0 and enter that. We're going to do flaps 1 for departure. Now we have our speeds. And we can come here for the perf. And we have 135 set, but we want 137. And 137 and 140. We're going to flex the takeoff today and we're going to select 70. 70. All right, 70 is set. Hello there, Ben, Airbus 330. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have Raul Rodriguez. Hello, my friend. Welcome. And does anyone know what's the best software for shared cockpit in X-Plane 12? It's not a bad plane, but not a big fan of Flight Factor in general. It's actually not a bad plane, I would have to say. And Flight Factor actually produces some really good aircraft. All right, so the FMS is ready. That's our flight plan. And that's all done and dusted. All right. Next, we need to set our altimeter and our altitude. So let's come here to the glare shield, and we're going to make sure that this is set to 36,000 feet. All right, 36,000 is set. We're going to bring up SimBrief once more, and we're going to check the weather here at Hamburg. We're going to go to the weather here, and as you can see, the weather is 253 knot wind, cloud and visibility okay. Temperature is 22 with a QNH of 1015. 1015 is set on the captain and first officer's sides, and that is now done. We're going to make sure that the anti-skid is turned on, and RTO is armed for rejected takeoff. All right, we'll put this away for the time being, and we have an alignment now. I really like what they've done with this aircraft. You've got your profile there, the climb and descent profile, and now all we need to do is get things going. All right, so we've got tower speeds. We need to close the doors, so we're going to come here and select the airplane. We're going to select grid ground and then doors. Close all doors. All doors are closed. Ground equipment. We're going to move the stairs, passenger fuel truck, and the luggage loader. Perfect. All right. All is good here, and we are ready to go. If we look at our position, we are currently situated at 65 Alpha, stand 65 Alpha, and we want runway 23. So what we can do is we push back here on Zulu 1 and go all the way from Zulu 1 to Zulu 3, and then from Zulu 3 to Alpha 3, or actually we can take Zulu 3 to Alpha 1, and from Alpha 1 we line up runway 23. All right, perfect. KC, if all devs would use a Skunkcraft updater, that would be heaven. I agree. That I have to agree with, yeah. That causes NVIDIA Zinc is a huge no-no at the moment. Yeah, I don't use Zinc. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so we are good here, and we are ready for engine start. All is good. We're going to come here, just make sure we haven't missed anything. We're going to go, let me just go to the overhead panel. Everything is good here. Everything is good here. No faults. Ground hydraulics are on. APU bleed is on. We're going to turn on the beacon lights, and non-smoking and fasten seatbelt signs are both on, and we are good to start our engines. You know what, guys? I think what we'll do is we will just go straight without pushback. The runway's right there, so we're just going to go straight from 65 Alpha and go to the runway, which is right over there, I believe. Yep, that's runway 23, so that's what we'll do. No need for pushback today, so let's go and start our engines. The engine modes, by the way, it's got a full checklist for those of you who like to go through checklist, and it's quite involved checklist as well. So we're going to come down here. We're going to select engine start to ignition start, and we're going to begin with engine number 2. There we go. Listen to those engine sounds, ladies and gents. All right, we have a good start on the first engine. Still coming up. We'll wait for it to stabilize. Fuel CG at forward limit. Yeah. You'll get that if the fuel doesn't match, but that's all right. All right, we have a good start. Let's go ahead and start engine number 1. As you can see here, we have all the restrictions. There, let me just make this a little bigger. Let's see, there you go. You can see the restrictions here, 210 knots. Brilliant. All right, fuel CG at forward limit. That's okay, that happens when the fuel here and the fuel there do not match. Maybe I needed to add a little more. Let me just check one thing real quick here. If we go to init and we go to fuel and load, we have 169. We have the gross weight, flight on board 12.5. Yeah, that's about right. That's all right. Okay, all right. So we are done to config test. The trim is set for takeoff, which is 20%. And RTO is armed. Let's arm the speed brake. Speed brake is armed. Flaps 1 for departure. There we go. That's better. All right. And now we can turn off the engine mode selector back to normal. The APU bleed can go off. APU master is off. Taxi nose light to taxi. And we are good to go, folks. All right. Parking brake is released. Let's do the config test real quick, which is right here. And by the way, the nice thing about this, they've actually modeled all these pages. So the door, you know, everything, cruise, all the pages are, this is config and this is status. Status is normal, as you can see. So we are ready to go. All right. Perfect. Let's give it power. Hit that pole. What do you guys think of the aircraft so far? I think it actually is a really nice aircraft. And I think it's one aircraft that I really hope that Flight Factor would continue to improve and develop. Hey there, Allison. How are you doing, my friend? Very glad to have you here, Allison. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hello there, Duncan. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. All right. That's the runway right there. And maybe we can go to toggle control, play chatter, out of range. We are in Europe. Nearest facilities is Hamburg ground. Actually, let's go to Hamburg Tower. There we go. Maybe we'll hear something. Maybe we won't. All right, here we go. Let's go. They did improve the cockpit, and I believe Emma, who is a livery developer, has worked on the cockpit textures for the Flight Factor A350. All right, let's switch this to our flight plan. There we go. Right, here's our turn. And strobes on, landing light is on, and nose light to taxi, runway turn-off lights are on.
Hotel Papa Kilo, due to one departure, runway 28, make one orbit to the right. One orbit to the right, Hotel Papa Kilo.
What is that 747 doing there? Yeah, I've tried ortho. Yes, I have tried ortho, and I do not like it at all. Causes a lot of issues. I'd rather use regular ortho for XP to create my own tiles, or you have a lot of orthos available at SimHeaven website. You can get them there. All right, we are cleared for departure. We're going to go to 50%. Manflex, SRS and runway.
Position 1 mile in a right-hand orbit in the region of 22 and 2,800 feet. Hotel looking out, not inside.
B1, rotate. Look at that. Yeah. All right, looking good.
Traffic is now on your left hand.
We continue our climb.
Looking out, not inside.
Right, thrust climb is set, and autopilot 1 is engaged.
Hotel Echo Delta now inside. Thank you, Hotel Echo Delta.
Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Yeah, please do say hello to Dougal, Allison. And I think we've seen him in the last couple of streams, haven't we? Hey, Drishal, welcome aboard. Yeah, SimHeaven is looking absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. All right, we are transition altitude, Barrow reference set to standard, and we continue our climb. SimHeaven and Global Force version 2 are very good to have. I agree with you there fully, yes. Does SimHeaven work with Orbix? No, they don't. They conflict, unfortunately. Is the A350 good? What is your SGA flight? Owen, I am going to be flying the Piper 28 by V-Flight Air, which is an absolute must-have for X-Plane. I'll be doing a full review of that aircraft, so just stay tuned for that. And I'm also going to be reviewing the Diamond C20, I believe, coming on the channel very soon. Just stay tuned for that. Is the A350 worth it? That's a very good question. Let me just give you a quick perspective on that. In its current state, all right, this guy's gonna help kill us now, so I'm just gonna do this, guys, to silence him once and for all. All right, now he's done. He's gone. He's executed. All right, 10,000 feet. Landing lights are off. Nose lights off. Nav lights, runway turn off, lights off. All right, so, and we're going to release the passengers, and all right, so the question is this aircraft worth it? Now, I'll tell you that I've had this aircraft for a very long time. So it was when the aircraft actually was made available for X-Plane 9 or X-Plane 10. I've purchased the aircraft. It was then upgraded to X-Plane 11, and recently compatibility with X-Plane 12 has been introduced. The aircraft is not error-free, so it's got some issues, right? And there are some things that have not improved since the since the inauguration, if you will, of the aircraft. So Flight Factor has made very modest changes to the aircraft to bring it to a compatible state from X-Plane 10 to X-Plane 11, and then from X-Plane 11 to X-Plane 10. Notably, the cockpit textures have been improved, as you can see. Some of the bug fixes has made their way into the aircraft builds over the years. The FB has been improved. Now you also have the integration with SimBrief, as you can see here, which is again a nice touch. The implementation of SIDS and stars, which was a nightmare when the aircraft was first introduced, and it did not have the basic SID and star support, that has been introduced. So the question is, what are you looking? If you were looking for an A350 and you really want an A350, this is the only decent A350 available today for a flight sim. There isn't any other, there isn't any other flight A350 available for flight simming today. So if you like this variant, if you like this aircraft, then it would probably be a good add-on in your hangar. But again, it's not error-free. Expect some issues with it. Some things don't work as they should, and I don't think that it gets a lot of love from Flight Factor. They're totally focused on the 777 version 2 now. So to be completely honest with you, and if you are looking for the Q8Pilot seal of approval, I cannot give this aircraft the seal of approval as of right now, as of this moment. The reason why I still enjoy it, don't get me wrong, but again, if you're going to put your money into it, knowing that I'm just giving you the caveat right now, is that there are issues with this aircraft, and some of those issues are very annoying. Don't expect much in terms of improvements, maybe some bug fixes here and there, but no major feature improvement into the aircraft anytime in the foreseeable future. Definitely, Niels, I agree with you. It is recommended for A350 fans, yes. But I had to just be completely honest with you in what I say, since you are asking for whether I can give it my Q8 seal of approval. At this point in time, I cannot do that according to my standards. What about the 777 from Flight Factor? Nope. At this point, I do not recommend it, and I suggest that you wait for version 2, which should be this year. And ladies and gents, we have Mika Morgan. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. The DFD A350 would be better when it comes out, hopefully, yeah. All right, we continue our climb. Here's a look at the outside. One of the nice things in the A350 is those beautiful wings. That curvature is just lovely. I will be featuring new streams and reviews with complete ortho photos for X-Plane in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys want a tutorial on Sim Heaven, just let me know. Hello there, Jafar. Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome. The 767-300 is great. Yeah, and the 400. The 400, in fact, is the one I consider to be the very best so far by Flight Factor. Their most successful development, I think, is the 767-400. A Simulations, greetings from Guadalajara. I hope I said that correctly, from Mexico. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Hello, Jacob. Actually, I'm flying the A350 right now in China airspace on VATSIM. The call sign is Haas 2801. Happy flying, my friend. Hello there, Gaber. Welcome aboard. Yes, please do a SimHeaven review. Gary, I will do a SimHeaven tutorial. And of course, during the tutorial, I will show you how it looks. And you know what, guys? I'm going to show you a couple of things after the stream, just how X-Plane has come a long way. A couple of situations that I'd like to show you, which I think you will appreciate. We'll do it after the stream. I'll show you what it looks like. I think we have to look at the outside now. Look at that. Oh, yeah. All right, that's the top of climb right there, and the top of descent is not too far, by the way, from our current port. Rand Cooley, welcome aboard. Raul Rodriguez just came in.
Thank you for everything.
Well, sir, thank you very much for your kindness. I appreciate it, Raul. Just coming in with $20 super chat. Thank you, sir. I really, truly appreciate your support. Thank you very much. All right, we're coming up to our cruise altitude, 36,000 feet, so in just about 8,000 feet from now. Everything's looking cool. Yeah, so in terms of systems, the reason why I say I wish, or I hope, not wish, but I hope that Flight Factor never abandons this project. The reason being, it already has a lot of very good features. And so if you look at all the work that they've done, so you've got, you know, your engine page, door page, wheel page, everything is operational, functional, fuel page, you've got a video. All right, we've got the electrical AC power page, we've got the DC power page, hydraulics, the flight controls, APU, bleed, condition, pressure, everything is simulated, so one can appreciate the, you know, the depth of system simulation that that Flight Factor has implemented in this aircraft. So quite advanced in the system simulation department, without a doubt. So it is an aircraft that at the time of launch was really one of the best aircraft for X-Plane. And it made it, I think, in one of my earlier top 10 videos. I think it made it in one of them, if I'm not mistaken. Just joined recently. How is the system depth realism compared to the Phoenix on MSFS? I know different birds, but you know, well, Gaber, I am actually quite impressed with what Flight Factor did with this aircraft, considering how old the development is. So if I look at the time that this add-on was released for Flight Sim, it was probably one of the most advanced and the most in-depth simulation of the A350. Obviously, we don't have any other A350 to compare it to. The Phoenix, I think, is on a different level from when you think about the complexity. First of all, the visuals are outstanding on the Phoenix, and the depth of system simulation is pretty much spot on. I could not find anything wrong with how they've simulated things in the Airbus, having gone through a very detailed course on the Airbus A320. I can tell you that the Phoenix A320 is a very close match to what the real aircraft has in terms of systems, and they've simulated everything correctly. I've shown this in one of my streams. Even the pressure when you lose, if the aircraft is on the stand, try to set and release the parking brake a few times, you will lose brake pressure. And the way you activate this, because it's on the blue hydraulic system, if you open the aft cargo door, it would actually re-engage it will pressurize the blue hydraulic system, and will then repressurizes your brakes. So even that little detail is simulated on the Airbus A320 by Phoenix, which is just crazy. Hey guys, help get Q8 200 likes today. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if we get to like, 150 likes, I'm going to throw in a giveaway for X-Plane 10, and I'm going to give away 10 copies because I'm going to do that anyway, guys, because we are reaching 70,000 subscribers here on the channel, which is something that I have never really envisaged. And I'm truly, and just, I'm so grateful for all of you guys, for this beautiful community of people, all of you fine folks who have supported me throughout the years. I've never really envisaged getting to this number of following ever. Owen, hello, Owen. Thank you very much for your 199 super chat. Owen, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. Giveaway for X-Plane 12. Thank you, Gaber. I appreciate it. I'm humbled, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. Finally, we get to see some clouds along our routes, and the clouds are looking fantastic. All right. I'm going to try to, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up our flight plan. We're going to go to perf. We're going to go to approach. And now we're going to start entering the information for our arrival. So we're going to go to flights. We're going to select Brussels. We're going to select info and then select the weather. As you can see here, we have 286 knots. So 280 and 6 knots. The current outside temperature is 21 Celsius. 21 is set, and the QNH is 1016. And by the way, you can use the keyboard, just highlight the area and barrow. So 25 right. Let's go here all the way to the end, and that's 25 right. All right, perfect. 25 right. All right, we go to flights, and we're going to go to the approach. 25 right. All right, scroll down a little bit. There we go. 25 right, and DH for Cat 3 is 50. All right, so we're going to enter 50. All right, we've got our speeds here. VREF is 135. We're going to be doing flaps full, and transition altitude is 5,000 feet. We are all set, and this is the top of descent. So short flight today. One of the things that that I regret in the flight, in my flight sim career, if you will, is the period where I've stepped away. That is a period that I regret, and I do regret some of the partnerships that I've done with companies. Not with the individuals. So some of those I do regret without a doubt. But overall, it's been a wonderful journey alongside some wonderful people and a wonderful community where I have really learned a lot from you guys. And it's been very inspiring and very humbling at the same time. To have as many following and as many people who I consider friends today. And so I am just really wholeheartedly thankful for the community, for everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's liked or disliked or sent me a comment, or everything has made a difference for me. And I'm just forever grateful for everything that you guys have done for me. Techie Tecmo, private pilot for 12 months. Thank you, sir, for your support. I'm always getting with the FF350 on final approach. All electric and engines shut down and plane becomes dead. Anyone else had this? Ooh, that's pretty drastic, isn't it? Hello from Bayton. Hello, my friend. Welcome, Mike Porter. Glad to have you here. Appreciate your effort in keeping flight sim interesting. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate your support. All right. So if we take a quick look at the altitude here, initial approach altitude is 2,000 feet. And everything here is looking good. Perfect. Boeing Corp Mike just came in with a $5 super chat. I'm not sure why the wonderful lady isn't... Oh.
Thanks for your outstanding and entertaining streams. Get yourself a cup of coffee.
Oh, Boeing Corp Mike, thank you very much, sir. I'm going to have Starbucks tomorrow on you. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. And ladies and gents, Stan just came in with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Stan, for your support. I appreciate it, my friend. That's very kind of you. And guys, if you've received a gifted membership from Stan, please be sure to say hello. You're very kind, Stan. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. You are one of the best, Q8. I've learned so much and have really enjoyed your professionalism and honest reviews. Here's to many more years. Thank you very much, Techie Tecmo. I appreciate it, my friend. You can't imagine how your words, you know, what they mean to me. Those words mean the world to me, I'll tell you guys. You just really inspire me. You keep me, you know, very humbled all the time. How much this, you know, the generosity and the kindness of this community and the support that you get from everyone is just unmatched. And I am really forever grateful. I really don't know how to thank you guys enough for all the support and all the love that you've shown over the years, especially during the time where I stepped away from the hobby. And I will never forget all the support and all those of you who stood by me. I truly appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. All right, and we're going to continue, by the way, this week and probably this week we're going to continue with a couple more couple of videos that are going to be explained. And then I have a stream for you guys. We're going to be going back to Simbit World. I've recently accepted an offer from Ryanair, on Simbit World, and there is the new passenger announcements that just came out. So we're going to be testing that in the next couple of days, and I have also have been given access to the beta of Flight Control Replay, the new version. So we're going to take a look at that as well in an upcoming Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate your kind words. It's all about playing it forward. Absolutely. All right. We are coming up to top of descent. And if we look here, if we go to the flight plan, that's the top of descent, which it shows that we've passed it, but this is I'm going to follow whatever we see here. And by the way, it's got a direct to, it's got all the good stuff. So it really works. The FMS works, everything that you expect to see. So for the casual flyer, I think you'll see everything that you expect to see in an Airbus. It's slightly different than... look at that. Oh, look at that view. Those clouds are looking great. And by the way, this is active sky. I have been testing a new release of something of X-Quarter Designs. That must be a scenery, Alex, isn't it? Flat outside the view. That's probably because of the. Let me adjust this for you guys, so we can go to the sounds and we can put the exterior back. Let's see if that works. Nope. I think it's probably this one here. No, you cannot adjust it here. So, well, we're just gonna have to endure the sounds in the outside. We'll keep it in the inside. Scenery tool, I see. Hello there, Mario Del Toro. Welcome, my friend, and thank you for your support. Appreciate it. Scenery tool, I see. Gotcha. Schloxen, welcome aboard, my friend. Could you show the throttle quadrant? Remember it being poorly modeled. That's it is still poorly modeled. One of the things they need to work on. Very bad considering the rest of the aircraft. Yeah, it's not very good, and you don't get the detents properly when you move the throttle. So you're just gonna have to look for the FMA here to make sure everything is correct. All right, we're gonna go ahead and reset the MCP altitude to 2,000 feet is set. And we are ready for the descent in just a few. What sound pack was that? No, the sound pack for this aircraft is by Mango Studios. And by the way, I do not recommend this sound pack because it's got issues and it doesn't really change anything other than the engine sound. So everything else pretty much stays the same. Or at least I haven't noticed anything different in those in this sound set. They still sell this plane for $65. Yes, they do, and the reason being, the aircraft's still quite advanced, so the system simulation is still very robust, I have to say. Do I recommend it? No. At this point, no. And I know there is a version 2 of this aircraft coming out, so I would say just hold your horses for the time being. And don't make an investment in this aircraft at this point in time. That would be my recommendation. Unless, of course, you are, you know, a big fan of the aircraft and you really want it, then, yeah, why not? Man, look at those clouds. All right. We are at the top of descent point, so we are going to initiate a nav descent. There we go. Nav descent is initiated, and the aircraft has now begun the automatic descent. Let's do a quick flyby. Man, that looked great. So what I'm going to do, guys, after we are done with the stream, Q8, are you having any anti-aliasing problems with XP12? Not really, no. I'll let version 2 comes out before buying the A350. That's a good call there, Schloxen. Did you see the flight factor updates? They seem to be making great progress. Wrong number is a yes. I've spoken actually to Ramses during FS Expo, and he assured me that the plane is going to be released in 2023. So the worst case scenario is that we are about 4 months away from the actual release. And I have some very good news for you guys as well, that FlyJSON is working on an update for their 727 and 737 Classic, the 737-200, the 727 and the 737-200 for X-Plane 12, and those will be available very soon for X-Plane 12, which calls for a lot of excitement on my part because I love those planes. The 72 is such an amazing, and absolutely, it is incredible. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a great aircraft. By the way, this aircraft has got a cabin, so let's go to the cabin. And there you have Brussels Airlines, and it's got a nice cabin. weird passengers, but yeah. But yeah, it's got a nice cabin to it. So that looks like, you know, first class, and this is more than likely, or maybe business class. Yeah, and then there's the economy. So this is business class, looks like, and then first class was first, and then this is the economy class. Strange that no one is flying economy today. Wow, very rich passengers today. And there's the drinks there for them. If you've ever flown Qatar Airways, they've got a brilliant setup of their cabins. Their passenger cabins are just really some of the best I've seen amongst airliners. Their A350 is very luxurious, very luxurious. So yeah, if you want to enjoy a pleasant flight and you want to, you know, have just some rich style flying, I highly recommend Qatar Airways. All right, we are getting close. As you can see now, we can see all the restrictions there, the altitudes. So again, quite detailed in terms of the system simulation. This this Airbus A350 by Flight Factor. The flight model, I find it to be a little bit strange, to be honest, especially on the landings. Q8, can you tell me the difference between X camera and just default camera switch by numpads? Oh, so X camera offers you a lot of things. It's mainly for content creators, if you ask me, because you can create some cinematic scenes. So that's the main feature of X camera, is allowing you to do cinematic scenes. For example, let me show you this. So if I click here now and start moving my mouse, do you see this, how I'm moving now? So this is something you cannot do with the regular camera system in X-Plane. So this is one thing that you can do. You can set up airport views, so airport cameras. You can actually create a full walk around with the cameras and then do an auto transition to transition between one view and the other. If I can just bring this here real quick. So if you look here, let me come to solid background. Yeah, this is better. You guys can see it better. So again, if you're using Track IR, you say enable Track IR, you can actually set the maximum left and right limits so that when you move your head, it does not go outside the aircraft. That's another thing that you can do with X camera. Then if you go to the advanced options, as you can see here, there's a lot of different camera views that you can use, but it's all really built around creating different views. You can create, you know, here I can say, for example, a new, where is this? A new camera aircraft. Share. You can share with the community. There's one action, Airport Pilot. So you can create airport cameras and then you can cycle through them if that's what you choose to do. So it is essentially an upgrade over, you know, over the built-in camera system from X-Plane, but it has some additional features especially useful for content creators. So yeah, so the numpad and stuff is perfectly fine if you if you're not a content creator and you're, you don't really want to create views and you don't care about creating different views, then I don't see why you would invest in X camera. I personally prefer it. I prefer the setup of X camera over, numpad, because it would free. I have all the buttons that are normally used for the camera system in X-Plane. I have them actually mapped to something else. So it will, if you're using X camera, you can set the assignment on your hat switch and your mouse, and you're good to go. And then you can release the buttons on your keyboard to do other things. So that's another, case or business case for it if you want to purchase it. All right, we are looking good. 21,000 feet. Brussels is just a few nautical miles. We're going to turn on the landing system. There we go, on both sides. And we're going to reduce the range to 40 nautical miles. You can see the descent profile. Everything works exactly as it should, which is something I do like. My A350 had issues climbing, but I saw someone saying to turn off the experimental mode, and no, it climbs and it can get to Mach 0.87. Yeah, turn off the experimental flight model, by all means. I'm a content creator, I'm getting it right now. Go for it, AirHub. I hope you enjoy it. And there are a few tutorials on the channel as well that can help you with it. But if you have any questions, you can always post them at the Discord channel, Discord server, and I'll be sure to help out. And I'm sure Alex will also jump in and help you if you need anything. All right. We can, by the way, set the frequency in the standby as well. So this is 108.9244. Right, so we can come here. And we can go to nav ILS 108.9, and the course is 244. 108.9. Yep, got it. Excellent. We are at 18,000 feet, and we continue the descent. Look at this. The wings on the A350 are just brilliant. AeroHub has really nice vids. Go check it out. Yeah, why not? Please go ahead. And by the way, guys, Drashal, who is a moderator here on the Q8Pilot channel, has also a growing channel. And he's got some really good tutorials, so I suggest that you take a look at his channel as well. Most welcome, Drashal. Look at those wings. Right, looks like a little bit of clouds as we arrive into Brussels, Belgium. And that's actually nice, because now you're going to get to see how the cirrus clouds are forming there on top. And that's one of the things I like about Active Sky. It's rendition of the weather layers overall is very, very well done. So it reads the METAR information correctly, and it injects it correctly into X-Plane. This is actually a very nice scene here as we come through the clouds and descending through 15,000, 2,000 feet. That is a really sensational view here of the clouds. Yeah. I'm very glad that I installed SimHeaven, And I've also downloaded orthos for the state of California. It really is, it really does change things quite a bit. So, in terms of the content coming up on the channel, we're going to have a couple of reviews in X-Plane and then Simbit World stream for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The one thing that Laminar needs to fix is the artifacts when you go through the clouds. Everything kind of looks funny. Update, I think, what was the transition altitude at 5,000? I thought it was 5,000. Let's see here. Arrival. That's the Woody. Transition level by ATC. So I guess we can do that now, which is 1015, was it? Let's see here. Weather 1016. Okay, let's do that. 1016 and 1016 is set, and you can see that it's probably detected the ident for the ILS, which is IBR. Not the greatest sounds, I must say. All right, we're approaching 10,000 feet. Landing lights coming on. All right. And let's see here. Everything here looks good. We're going to arm the speed brakes. And we are reducing speed. 250 below 10,000 feet. Hello there, Trimstar 1. Welcome aboard. Looking good. Right. By the way, guys, a lot of you have been asking me about flight sim gear. I've been getting a lot of emails asking me what is the best setup, what do I do? And the answer to this is it really depends on whether you are just starting with flight simulation or you know, you're an avid flight simmer. It really depends. I cannot really say one will fit all, but from my personal experience for general aviation, I have probably the best ones that I have used is the Virtual Fly and the RD1 rudder pedals. If you like to fly GA aircraft, those are probably the best rudder pedals, for example. Flight yoke, Virtual Fly, the Bravo or the Alpha flight yoke is also very good. And I really like the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke. I think it's one of the best, really. So Virpil is very, very good. Especially if you like helicopters, it's very good. I agree. But if you are into GA, I definitely recommend the rudder pedals from either RD1 or Virtual Fly. What is that? The clouds look very funny, don't they? It's the first time I see this. Yeah. Right, well, we're looking good. Almost at our destination. What's your favorite plane on X-Plane 12? Favorite plane. Probably the... See, my favorite plane for X-Plane is probably one of my most favorite. Probably I would rank it still number one is the Dash 8 Q400 by Fly JSIM. Probably followed by the Fearless 747. And then the toolless fleet of aircraft, followed by the, flight factor and, everything else. That's probably... Hey, Nikki from Mango Studios. Our big A350 version 2 is into beta. All the bug fixes and new engine sounds. Flight factor decided to remove like 30% of data revs. So it's taken us a while to fix. Hey, that's great news, Nikki. Yeah, that's excellent news. By the way, I've turned those off so we don't hear that, so we can turn these on. If you want to hear the markers, you can turn those on. You've got your weather radar, you've got the terrain radar as well. So if we go here to terrain, you have the terrain, everything works. You've got your terrain radar, you've got your weather radar, everything works as it should. And we continue the descent through to 2,000 feet. Thanks for the update there, Nikki. I appreciate it. Hi from Greece. I'm set up the flight EDM to SPJ flying the DLH Virtual. To be honest, I prefer the X-Plane 11 A350, but today I do flight on X-Plane 12. The Flying Scotsman. Good evening to you, my friend. Love the Dash 8. Too great. Yeah, it's a great plane. I like that suggestion by Alex. Yeah. Right, we're coming up to 6,000. And it looks like there is some rain here in Brussels. Right, we're going to do 10. There we go. The clouds look pretty good, huh? Yeah. Looking good. Here's a look at the OSM data. It really does change things quite a bit when you use SimHeaven. And this is based again on OSM data, so this is very accurate placement of the houses, the streets, the trees, all the vegetation. Everything is just like real world, and yeah, it definitely changes things quite a bit in terms of how the sim looks. There is a little bit of a performance hit when you use SimHeaven, by the way, with the world models. But the VFR experience is far better with the OSM data from SimHeaven. Much, much better. All right, we are, ladies and gents, coming up to final. Here is Bun. Here we're going to begin our turn for the ILS 25 right. I'm going to go ahead and engage approach. Cat 3. Look at that view. Wow. Looks really good. Definitely with the OSM data, the disbursement of the vegetation is a lot more realistic than, you know, default X-plane. That's the center fix for runway 25 right, and as you can see, the constraint we need to be at 2,000, and we can see 2,000 here as well. Excellent. All right, almost there now. Let's do a quick flyby. Tell you guys, I am absolutely loving Sim Heaven and how it really changes things. And by the way, you can see the houses here. I have installed Sim Heaven. It's got they've got the OSM data for the entire world. Currently, I have Europe and the Americas installed.
2,000.
And you will notice that the house models are different in Europe versus the US, which is very, very cool. All right, we are on final for runway 25 right at Brussels. I still don't see the runway in sight. I think the runway might be right ahead there, but there's a little bit of haze that is blocking. Ah, I see the runway now. Right, we have the runway in sight. And guys, do stick around after the stream because I want to show you some really cool things and how X-plane actually looks with the orthos and things like that. So stick around if you can. I'll just be showing you some of it. Some very fantastic looking scenes. Plus a freeware airport. All right, we're looking good. We are at the green dot. Speed check, flaps 1. I'm going to reset my view. And we can see the glide slope needle started moving. We have the runway in sight. We're clear to land. Runway 25 right. Speed check, flaps 2. Landing gears coming down. Speed check, flaps 3. And speed check, flaps full. Check it out. I will make a tutorial on installing SimHeaven for sure. No worries. All right, 2 whites, 2 reds. We are approaching 1,000 feet. $1,000. We can't use this, so we'll use this. Autopilot. My aircraft. Again, make very slight changes with this aircraft. We have about 6 knot wind. $500 feet. Look at those beautiful models, the house models.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse green. $80 knots. And welcome to Brussels. That was pretty cool. We're going to do a replay now and listen to the engine sounds as we came into land. Again, guys, both airports today are default X-Plane 12 airports, which look very good. I have to say, for default airports, they look very good. I love the ground markings in X-Plane 12. I think it's one of the high points of the sim, is the airport environment and the soundscape is done so well to create an immersive environment, and I definitely like it a lot. All right, here's the main terminal at Brussels where we're going to land the aircraft, but before we do so, let me bring the aircraft to a stop here on the taxiway, and let's attempt to replay, and hopefully it will work. So far so good. Hopefully it won't break the sim. Right, here we go. And right about here. All right. Oh, yeah. Right, let's do one more time. And this time we'll do the following. I'm going to use C. And we're just going to change. Guys, look at this beautiful view of the A350 coming to land. One more time. And this time we're going to do a wing view. This one there, right now. All right, here we go. What do you guys think of it? It was pretty cool, huh? I love Sim Heaven. I have to tell you. Really, really enjoying it. Oh yeah. Lovely. Replay, and we can release the parking brake, and let's head over to the we'll head over to the terminal, and then I want to show you guys a few things. Right, there we go. I love the lighting, by the way. The airports, I think the lighting's done very well. Thank you very much there, Leons. I do not do VR. The wing view is just fantastic, isn't it? I mean, all of this, by the way, is default X-Plane. You know, all the ground markings. You don't need anything for this. So I think they've really done a good job. Go. We're going to go to stand. Is it 3? Which one is it? 150. All right, there we go. Right, parking brake is set. We're a bit too far. And we can disarm the speed brake. And let's turn off the engines. All right. So one thing I do want to show you guys is with the Sim Heaven, when we change the time of day, let me see here. All right. So first, look at the beautiful skies here. So look at that. Look at this view here. So just imagine you're coming for this approach, and the sky color And the lighting, you can see it here as well. And this looks fantastic. Yeah. And if we go to complete nighttime here, again, you can see how beautiful the night lighting is with the OSM data from SimHeaven. Just look at how everything looks. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Look at that. I mean, this looks really, really good. I love the night lighting in X-Plane. And there's one more thing I want to show you guys before we conclude our stream. I'm going to go to... I'm going to select... Let me show you this air... I'm going to review the aircraft, but I do want to show you this aircraft. And we're going to go to... can you guys think of a nice airport in California? Because I have the orthos there. An airport that you really like in California that we can go to. Thank you very much, Rand. Appreciate it, my friend. All right, let's see. Let me see. Where do we have? We have KSNA. All right, sure. Yeah, that works. All right, so let's do. Just John Wayne, isn't it? Yeah. All right, or put the aircraft here. Confirm and start new. All right. So I really just want to show you this because I thought today when, after I installed the orthos and there was a little bit of haze and during dusk the view was just sensational and X-Plane actually looks pretty good. I do like X-Plane a lot. Brett Maxwell. Welcome, my friend. I am watching you 75. Have you tried using auto ortho for X-Plane? I have, and I do not like it, and I do not recommend it. Hey, Thomas, how are you doing, my friend? KBUR, that's, is it Hollywood Burbank, Danny? We're just waiting, reading new file, reading new scenery files. Done with preloading. All right. X-Plane's doing its thing. I use ortho scenery, yeah? Auto ortho is not good. It's just really bad. Really, really bad. Causes a lot of stuttering. It takes ages to load the first time. So you have to like put your sim, you know, you have to wait for like 6-7 minutes for it to load. It's just not doesn't work for me. All right. So we are in the, and by the way, this aircraft, I'm going to review this aircraft very soon here on the channel. But let me first bring up some lights so we can see. Let me just come over here. All right, apply. All right, here we go. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to... Now, this is ortho photos with SimHeaven scenery. And now you can see here with ortho photos and SimHeaven, this actually looks very, very good. I mean, just look at, let me change the time here. All right, so now you can see it better. All right, so this is one of the things when you look at this, it does look very good in my view. And I'm going to go back here a little bit so you can see a little bit of the mountain range here. This actually looks, you know, very close to what you'd see in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So not a whole lot of difference between the two when you have ortho photos installed. Here, as you can see here, this actually looks very good. Photoreal textures with OSM data, and it looks just fantastic. Now, as you change the time, is what I wanted to show you. There we go. Look at this view. Look at that. Look at this beautiful view here of X-Plane 12. Let me try that. Look at this. This is just sensational. Look at that, guys. Look at how beautiful this is. Which location do you use ortho? I'm using ortho all over California and right here. And look at this. Yeah. And as you make it darker, so as the night falls, things start looking wow. And here is John Wayne Airport during nighttime with orthos and SimHeaven or OSM data. And this is back again during daylight, and you can see how beautiful everything looks. Yeah. All right. Well, folks, this is pretty much it for this stream. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. And until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.